Hello everyone, and I would like to show you one more a must-see chess game by Bobby Fischer from 1970 when he was basically invincible, when he was winning game after game. So Bobby Fischer was at the height of his powers in late 1960s until 1972. So this is from 1970, and his opponent in this chess game was Raimundo Garcia from Argentina, and he was the first Latin American chess champion, and he was an international chess master from Argentina. So let's see what happened in this chess game from the Buenos Aires chess tournament. Bobby Fischer starts the game with e4, we have c5, the Sicilian defense, knight to c3, e6, and we have the closed Sicilian. So knight to f6, fianchetto the bishop, and Bobby Fischer castled a6, d3, bishop to e7, h3, queen to c7, bishop to e3, b5, a3, developing the bishop and pushing the f-pawn. Bobby Fischer wants to open the f-file. So we have b4 capturing, and after knight takes on b4, we have f5 by Bobby Fischer. Of course, black doesn't want to give the semi-open file to the rook. So we have e5, knight to a4, and black castled. c3, kicking the knight back, and then queen to d2, lining the rook with the queen. So in this position, so far everything is normal, but right now we can see that black can actually push the pawn, and that looks a little bit annoying because this is lining the rook with the queen. But in this position, Bobby Fischer is unleashing also a pretty annoying looking attack in this position in the king side. So he pushed the g-pawn, g4 by Bobby Fischer. So he's basically threatening to push the pawn, and after moving the knight, f6 is also possible. So we have h6, stopping the pawn storm, and then knight to g3, knight to h7. So Fischer could still push the pawn, and then after capturing back with the bishop, this looks very dangerous. So we have knight to h7, black is defending, and then b4, and this is also one of the most annoying moves possible in this position. So Bobby Fischer is also threatening to take the pawn and winning a pawn, basically, if not doing anything. So in this position, perhaps going back with the knight is the best move. But for the human's eyes, the computer chess engine told me that capturing the pawn is actually the only move. Otherwise, it is going to get a little bit complicated. So c takes on b4, it looks like a very nonsense move, to say the least, because Bobby Fischer played bishop to b6, and this is a nasty skewer and winning the exchange. But now, as you can see, black has some counterplay after queen to e1, bishop to h4, and the queen is tied down. So after king to h2, defending the knight with the queen, with the king, so that the queen can move. So we have h5, another annoying looking move by Garcia. So queen to d1, unpinning the knight, and simply bishop to g5, planning to relocate the bishop and pinning the knight this way. So we have rook to b1. Actually, the computer engine told me that knight takes on h5 was a very good move, but Bobby Fischer wants to defend his b-pawn. Bishop to f4, pinning the knight, and in this position, black can push the pawn and the knight is pinned. So in this position, actually defending is not so easy. If capturing the pawn, then the queen can get in. So Bobby Fischer made a committal decision, and he decided to give the exchange back. Rook takes on f4, and then capturing on h5. And this gives white a very pleasant position. So white is a pawn up, and also attacking the f-pawn. So defending with the queen, queen up, knight in, simply capturing the pawn, knight takes on d4, and Bobby Fischer was overconfident. Well, basically he's a pawn up, and in this position, when he's a pawn up, he can calmly capture the queen and avoid some complications. but he was overconfident and he simply chops the d pawn as well, not afraid of rook to d8. So knight to f2 actually, rook to d8 is not working because of queen to c7. And where is the bishop going? You have to defend the bishop. And then rook to d1 and the knight is pinned. If you move the knight, then rook takes or queen takes rook. So in this position, actually black can't stop knight to c5. So basically Bobby Fischer was seeing everything. So queen takes on d6 and then knight to f2. Fischer played knight to c5, attacking the bishop, a very good move. And also the knight was a little bit inactive on a4. So g6, attacking the knight. If defending the bishop, it is white to move and win. What would you do? Then rook to f1. The knight is a problem for black. The knight is trapped in this position. Where is the knight going? So this knight on f2 is little bit loose. So after g6, Fischer played queen to f4. And he basically wants to simplify the game. Because he is 2 pawns up and black captures the knight. Actually, in this position, capturing the queen is not a good idea because after knight takes on f4, can you see the problem for black? Of course, the bishop is under attack, so first black has to defend the bishop, and after defending the bishop, it is white to move and win. What would you do in this position? The move is very simple, king to g3 and the knight is trapped, so trapping the knight and winning the chess game. So knight takes on e4, knight takes on e4, and this is basically all over. So g takes on h5, exchanging the material, bishop to c6, defending the bishop, and Bobby Fischer played another very strong move. Basically in this position, he is 2 pawns up. He pushed the h-pawn and black played a blunder. Queen takes on g4 and this was a blunder. In this position, just for surviving, queen to e7 should have been considered, but then the pawns in the king side is rolling towards the king. So white has the pawn majority in the king side. It looks like the h-pawn and also the a-pawn is going to fall. So this endgame is winning for white. So white is 2 pawns up and the pawns are rolling. So this is basically unplayable. This is all over for black. So in this position, after h4, queen takes on g4, but this was a blunder. It is white to move and win. What would you do in this position if I give you a couple of seconds? Okay, the move is bishop to h3 and black resigned because this is trapping the queen. Where is the queen going? If queen to g7, bam, rook to g1 and the queen is pinned, pinning and winning. And in this position, if trying a little trick like this, knight to f6, so basically if capturing the queen, knight takes bishop, forking the king and the queen, but not wasting any time, simply rook to g1, pin and win. And this is all over for black. This is losing the queen. So in a difficult position, of course, when black was 2 pawns down, he made this blunder. After queen takes on g4, bishop to h3 and black resigned. So black is losing the queen, whatever he does. Fischer makes it look so easy, so effortless. So what do you think about this chess game? I hope that you have enjoyed watching this chess game. This is how Bobby Fischer easily defeated the first Latin American chess champion and a very strong chess international master from Argentina. He makes him look like he was just some beginner chess player. So Bobby Fischer was basically invincible in 1970s. From 1970 until 1972, until he became the world chess champion. He was amazing. So I will try to show off many more chess games of Bobby Fischer from this era. So stick around and I hope that you have enjoyed watching this chess game. And I hope to see you next time. Stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.